ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. This is She's Every Day. I am going to tell you about the one thing that you do not ever want to say to a man. Now, this one thing only applies if you are not in a committed, exclusive relationship. If you are just out there in the dating scene and you've started seeing somebody and you kind of like him and you think he kind of likes you, you don't know if he's talking with other people, if he's dating other people, you're kind of in limbo. You're just really, really unsure. Never tell him that you are only dating him. Never tell him that you are only talking to him. Let me tell you why. If you tell a man early on, well, I'm not talking with anybody else and I'm only interested in you and I'm only interested in dating you, you look like you have no game. You look like you can't get anybody else. Or you look like you are so hung up on him, you just think he hung the moon. He is just the best ever. And listen, men want to be adored. Women want to be adored. We all want to be respected. We want to be liked. We want people to show us their admiration. But we don't want people just falling all over us. We kind of want to win them over a little bit. And men like the hunt and the challenge and the chase. And if you are so eager to be just with him, that you're no challenge for him. Now you might say, well, am I supposed to lie? What if I'm really not talking to anybody else? Well, I'm going to tell you, ladies, I think that is a shame. I think if you are in the dating scene, you need to be talking with other people. You need to be going out on dates with other people. If you want a high value man, I have said this before, they are not around every corner. You are not going to find high value men, single men, just popping up on the street every place you go. You're going to have to search to find that guy. And you may have to talk to a lot of guys. You may have to go out on a lot of dates that turn out to be nothing before you find that one amazing man that I feel that God has placed into your life, or that high value man that checks a lot of those boxes. You shouldn't just fall for any guy. You should be a little bit unattainable. You should be the girl that every guy wants to go out with, and you're being very picky and very choosy, and you should be, because this is your life, this is your effort, this is your time, this is your resources that you are going to spend on a man. You want to make sure it's the right man. Let's face it, ladies, we have all made some really poor decisions on people that we chose to date. We didn't really vet them too well. We didn't look into them too much. Going forward, you should be doing that, which means you may have to talk with a lot of guys. Now, I know some women are going to say, oh my gosh, you're telling them to just go date. That's just horrible, horrible advice. You're telling them to go out with a lot of guys. That's awful. I don't know why we think that is so bad. I am not telling you to be sexually active with any of them at all. I wouldn't even give them a goodnight kiss. Absolutely no physical intimacy. You are just talking with them on the phone. Maybe you're chatting with them on a dating site. Maybe you move that talking over to a social media site where you can get to know them a little better, kind of stalk their page, make sure they're a real person. And then maybe you meet up somewhere for just coffee or an ice cream and you see if there's any chemistry. You start to talk to them. And then maybe you go out on several dates. I would tell you 2-3 months worth of dating to just see if this guy is your guy before there's any talk of commitment or exclusivity. But if he asks you, and a lot of men will ask you right off the bat if you are talking with anyone. I know I was on dating sites for a while and I would just start a conversation, or a guy would start a conversation with me. And very quickly he would say, are you talking with anyone else on this site? Or are you on any other dating sites? Are you talking with any other guys? Are you dating any other guys? And I would typically say, yes, I am. Because I'm looking for my forever guy. And I don't know who he is yet. I don't know which one is him. I know I want a strong, loving, caring, faithful, committed, intentional, purposeful, dynamic, adventurous relationship. I know I want that. But I don't know which guy is the best guy. to put me in that relationship. I'm not sure which one is the best suited for me. And I think it's perfectly fine to go ahead and say that, ladies. That makes you look like, yeah, you do have a lot of guys following you, and you should. If you are listening to this video and thinking, well, I am not getting that many guys asking me out, listen, you're doing something wrong, because I have a website, She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. I will link it in the description below. I have a couple of e-courses on there. One is called She's the One, how to be the one he can't live without, how to be the one he regrets losing. It's how to be that amazing woman, the best version of yourself that men just flock to. You are like a flame in the middle of the night, the spark, the life, and all the little critters want to be around that flame. All the men will just flock to you because you're so fun, you're adventurous, you're a little mysterious, you're classy, you're professional, you're witty, you're chill. You have a lot going on. So check out my website and you can see an e-course on there, She's the One, that will tell you how to be that woman and how to get all these guys asking you out. And then you can kind of pick which one is the best guy for you. Now, if he asks you that question, are you talking or dating anybody else? And you say, yes, I am. And if he gets angry, listen, ladies, he is not the guy for you, because that means he has no game. He doesn't know how to compete. He is not up for the challenge. You don't want that guy. At some point, if you've been seeing this one particular guy and you think, well, I really like him, I think he likes me, but I don't know if we're exclusive, I don't know if we're committed, I don't know if I should continue to talk with other guys or go out with other guys, because is he going to get mad? Is that going to push him away? Like, you're just in this limbo phase. You don't really know. Here's what I suggest you do. First of all, this is going to be really easy. If a man pushes for physical intimacy, and many men will, that's when you can bring the conversation up. And you can say, whoa, that, I don't feel like we should be going that far. I don't know where we stand. I don't know if we are in an exclusive committed relationship, if we are serious boyfriend and girlfriend, or maybe you don't want to be physically intimate until you get married. And you can just say, hey, that's something I want to save for marriage, or I want to save for a long-term committed relationship, and I'm not sure that's where we are. What do you think? Is that where we're at? You know, are we to that point where we're that serious? And if he says, yes, we are, then you can say, okay, so are you talking with other people? Are you on any more dating sites? Are you dating anybody else? That's where you can kind of dig in a little bit. Do not think that that makes you look needy or desperate to ask that question. High value women do not waste their time. And if he says, well, yeah, I am talking with other people, say, okay, good, that's great, because I'm kind of talking with other people too, and I just didn't want there to be some misunderstanding between us. You could just tell him, hey, I want to be respectful to you, and I would like for you to be respectful to me. So if you're seeing other people and talking with other people, great, I will continue to do so as well. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page with each other. Now, let's say the guy has not brought up the commitment. He's not trying to be physically active with you, and you still don't know. You still are kind of in limbo thinking, well, he hasn't brought it up. He's not really tried anything. I really like him. I kind of only want to date him, or I don't want to be disrespectful to him by dating other people. How do you handle that conversation? I think, again, it's perfectly fine for the woman to bring it up. Or just assume that he's dating other people and just continue to date other people. If you do decide to bring it up, again, you can just be really chill about it and say, hey, I just have a question to ask you. I want to know if you're talking or dating with anybody else. And listen, when you say it, you have to rush into the next sentence. You will say, because if you are, that is totally okay, because I've got some guys asking me out. I'm talking with some other guys. You can tell him that you just want to know how to respond to these other guys that are asking you out, because if he's dating other people, then you will continue to date other people. You just didn't want to be disrespectful to him. And then that's a conversation that you can have. Again, if he gets angry over it, he's not your guy. You can very easily say, hey, if you wanted to just date me, or you were under the understanding that you and I were exclusive and committed, you should have made that known to me. He's not probably a very high value man if he's going to beat around the bush like that and not give you if he's not going to try to lock you into a relationship, an exclusivity relationship, if he really likes you, then he's probably not that high value of a man. He doesn't have enough guts to say something. And if he gets mad at you for saying, hey, I've got other guys asking me out, just wanted to know where you and I were, and he gets angry with that, then he's definitely not your guy. So ladies, I want to see you win in this relationship, but early on, never, ever, ever tell him that you are not talking to anybody else, you're not dating anybody else, you're not interested in anybody else, that you're just sitting around waiting for him to call you anytime, that you don't have anything going on, and you really don't do anything of an evening, so anytime he wants to go out, you're free. Just to let you know, never, ever, ever say that. In fact, you want the opposite to be known of you. You want to be able to let him know, hey, if you'd like to go out with me, you need to plan a date with me at least 72 hours in advance, and probably more because my schedule fills up. You don't have to blatantly say, I'm dating this many guys and I'm talking with all these guys. Don't do that, because that just makes you look so insecure. It makes you look like you're really bragging, like you're really trying to kind of get a commitment from him. You're trying to make him jealous. You're trying to push him toward a commitment by bringing these other guys up. Just don't bring it up at all. Again, for 2 or 3 months, you let him bring it up, or when the opportunity arises, you bring it up, but you do it in a very cool, casual way. Ladies, I have tips like this and many more on my website, she'severyday.com. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. Costs you nothing. It really helps the algorithm. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.